Sometimes I wish I could turn into a werewolf at will. That counts as a superpower, right? It's summer blockbuster season! Okay, it's technically over, but if you're Marvel and DC, every year is summer blockbuster season. Sort of. But still, for this August, I'll be looking at superhero games, specifically ones from DC and Marvel. Because fuck Sunman! The Last Son of Krypton, the Man of Steel, fighting for truth, justice, and the American way. He is Superman. While the Man of Tomorrow was not the first superhero, he is the one who coined the term. Created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, he first appeared in Action Comics #1 in 1938. He is super strong, he can fly, freeze stuff, blow hard, burn things, he can go faster than the speed of light, etc. You may think of him as a Marisu, but he's more complex than that. He has a double life as a news reporter for the Daily Planet in Metropolis, using his glasses to distinguish from his alter ego. With a supporting cast including Lois Lane, who is in love with Superman, Perry Wright, his boss, Jimmy Olsen, his adopted parents John and Martha, who may or may not be dead depending on the continuity of the comics, and so forth. There have been movies, TV shows, and games based on him, and since all I do is mostly game reviews, I'll be looking at one Superman game. Then on every other episode is a quick double feature on games about different superheroes. But in the meantime, let's go to hell. And not as in Doom going to hell. The New Adventures of Superman, or you could just call it Superman 64 since that's how everyone calls it these days. This video is gonna feel like a cliche, but my other choice was definitely Return of Superman by Blizzard. And I had an idea of making it a long KDF with that and this, but I don't want to fry my old laptop. Made by Titus in 1999, it's based on the animated series, and it was so abysmal someone else tried to port it to the PlayStation, but the license was expired and it was cancelled. So we're stuck with this then. Fuck. Can't believe this is my first X64 game review in months, and it's this shit! You start with a cutscene with Lex Luthor throwing their friends into his virtual world, a world that looks empty, foggy, and downright messy. As in, you have to get through rings to get to the next objective, at least in every other level. Speaking of which, fuck these levels! It's going through rings, what's wrong with it? Well, controlling Superman's flight is a joke. It's too sensitive, you're gonna miss a few rings, he goes too fast and makes me wish the game has a brake button. What's even the point of these rings anyway? Why not remove them and make the compass point to the actual objectives instead? This doesn't feel like a maze, but it sure is worse! Once you finally reach to the end of the first ring section, you have to throw the cars away before they hit the virtual people. You just fly to the cars and grab them, but it feels finicky, sometimes you can pick up, others you can't, have to fidget around to get it. After the next ring section, you must grab the cop car to the police station. Wow, what a quick depth! It doesn't mean it isn't hard though, but you have to be quick to grab it. Thankfully you don't have to do the whole level again as it saved the game at the ring section before it. There is a limited number of rings you can skip, so be cautious when you make a mistake like passing but not counting as passing somehow, which happens frequently. After that glitch and on the ring section, you have to beat the shadow people. You press A to punch, or even while in air, and you get to use his abilities like Super Speed and Super Blow. Or is it Super Freeze? It doesn't matter. You press the L button to do that, but apparently it's not permanent, so you have to pick up icons that represent the power of the recharge. I know it's to make the game more challenging, if that's the right word, but come on! I guess I have to blame DC and Warner Bros for that too, since they're responsible for that and the Virtual Metropolis idea. They don't want them to hurt actual people. Incredibly stupid, I know. I gave up on the next objective where you have to stop these tornadoes from this girl. Is that supposed to be Lois Lane? It doesn't have a time limit, so I took my time to do so, but... Okay, what the fuck is this shit? This game took 2 years to make. No joke. People wrongly think that this game is all about going through rings. Well, it isn't always that. There's also these levels where you get to do some Superman stuff inside buildings, like a dam, like his headquarters, a parking lot where you have to get Darkseid, and so forth. Yeah, I'm shocked as well. Unfortunately, they're only on every other level. Yup, it's rings, indoor, rinse, repeat. Even then, the indoor levels take a lot of patience to finish them. If you throw a robot and it explodes near you, you're knocked out for like 7 seconds. Makes it feel like the game glitched or something. For presentation, it's god awful. And it isn't because they're dated. The character models are alright, but the fuck is another thing. Titus tried to explain that it's kryptonite fog, but how does Superman breathe, let alone flying with kryptonite around him, is beyond me. The second level is very dark and foggy. Are you gonna make me blame it on the kryptonite as well? And the frame rate. Oh god, the frame rate. It drops as much as my interest in the DC Extended Universe. And missing out a game that looks like this can tank. Super Mario 64, this ain't. Sound is alright. You have the cast of the animated series to reprise the role, although there are only a handful of voice scripts due to the nature of the N64's cartridge size. And they're quite repetitive, but this sound goes, so there's that. Music is okay at worst and kind of catchy at best, although you're gonna hear a lot of the level songs in repeat. Oh shit, I almost forgot! It also has a multiplayer mode. Hey Sarah, wanna go play Superman 64 with me? No thanks, I'm busy at the moment. Oh, you're such generous perverts. Why is she blonde? Ah, never mind. The multiplayer portion isn't what you expected. It's you versus another player on spaceships by Lex's minions. It's bad. GoldenEye 64 this ain't, although it's played with frame rate issues as well. Play on Remote Pen emulator with keyboard and mouse. More fun that way. Since I didn't manage to get to the second level, I pretty much have to end the review short. But if the first level isn't enough to steer away from the game, oh boy, go check out other people play the game, especially Proton John. This game must be at least seen to be believed. It makes Suicide Squad look good. Fuck me, I need a drink. Ah! Ah! Who was the person who shot Sassy? Will she recover from her wounds? Find out next week. Same Sassy time, same Sassy channel.